Hello, everyone. Welcome to Love to Brigade, Love to Stitch. This is Lourdes. Welcoming you back. I hope that you've been great and that things have been going fantastic. This is a holiday weekend for many. If you're observant of the Christian faith or of the Jewish faith, it's Passover or Easter weekend. So, for those celebrating, I hope that you enjoy your weekend. I am home alone. Isaac is gone for a month, my husband, and he is visiting family, which is really important. And so he's going to go to New York. He's going to be in Spain. So I thought today would be a good day to do a floss tube and then maybe check in at the end of the month. You would think that him not being home would mean more or less stitching. I think it's going to be the exact same amount of stitching. I don't think it's going to be anything different. But I went into his office to put some stuff away, and I saw that he had pulled out some pictures of himself. Um, and I'm gonna get these blown up and put up around the house. So I'm gonna show you them too, because I mean, come on, isn't that the most adorable? Like, I don't know what he must have been 7 in this picture. Isn't that cute? And then what about this one? Now, I love these old school pictures. First of all, like they're just all huge and just framed and these. And look at this. I love that face. Um, and then this is what I remember him looking like when we first met. So Isaac and I met when we were in our early 20s. I was married. He had was either engaged or just getting married, and we were coworkers. And this is what I remember him looking like at that time. So that was pretty cool to find a picture of like what he looked like back at that time. Now he's like a little Santa Claus. So anyway, so I'm missing him obviously, but I'm happy that he's having a great time with his family and visiting. So that's going to be fantabulous. I have a whole bunch of stuff to show you. And so I'm going to just jump right in on a life update besides Isaac traveling, doing well post surgery. I am now at the point where I am losing a lot of my hair to be expected. Not great, you know. So it is what it is. It'll stop at some point. I'm not too worried about it. It's just kind of funky when you're combing your hair and you're like, oh, I used to have a thicker ponytail and I used to need, a thicker this, that, or the other. So don't need those things anymore. So doing all good. My sister and I ended up going to a family event. We went to my cousin's bridal shower in Hoboken, New Jersey, and that was super fun. We went to school in Hoboken, New Jersey when we were in grammar school, and she was in middle school. And we walked around. We went to where we lived. We walked to both our schools, to the park, to the library. It was just fantastic to just be in the little town that just is always going to be have a sacred place in our heart, but also to see how it's changed and evolved and stays the same all at the same time. So that was lovely, lovely. I'm gonna go ahead and go through what I had in my basket in April and let's see what I've touched. Okay, so the first thing I have is very little progress on FlossTube Friends. And I have this one actually on a stand in my office so that when I have some chance I can do it. And this is the one in white. It kind of looks she's kind of not disembodied, but just disinteressed. So I'm enjoying this one. The fabric is lovely and I don't have the card or anything near me, so I don't know what I have. If you have any questions, you can always leave it in the comments and I'll find the info. This is Autumn Lane Stitchery, Dark Queen of the Earth, and here's where she's at. So the progress I've made has been down here. I'll be honest, I put her in craft prison because all of this brown really put me in and I'm like, I am never going to finish. Um, so she's out of craft prison and I'm enjoying her. So you can see that green there. I'm enjoying her. I think I told you last time I changed this to a longer one. And I also figured out that the magnet can make her taunter. So I've never figured out how to do those suspender things people do. So the two magnets actually work. So I attached two together and they stay put. So um, I saw the faces that came out and I am so excited about them. I think that they are super lovely. And I'm looking at on the Facebook page, what everyone's kind of blending and doing and changing them to. So I think that that's going to be super cool to kind of see what I can come up with, because I kind of like the original face, but I like the color and tone of the wood face, of the kind of more woody face. I don't know what to call them. And then I saw someone on the Facebook group did something with the eyes. So it's the original face, but they did kind of something different with the eyes. Very cool. So kind of inspiring. I don't know if I can actually do all those things to it. So we'll see. Um, stand by. Let's see. So the Dark Queen of the Earth is on the Gilded Oak, and all called for threads. And the FlossTube Friends is on Dublin Sand Dollar by Be Stitch Me 32 count. So that's what this one was. I found the thing. I'll save this for last because it's a miracle. This is Teresa Kogert. It's in a Teresa Kogert bag that I got from her website. It's from, she has a book that says Let Love Reign as well. So it's kind of like a cloth plastic bag, canvas bag. I don't know. Anyway, so this is World Goes Round. It's part of my Crazy Eights 23 and 23. And this is my progress. So I'm almost done with the fox. And like I said before, there's five here, but we are eight. So everyone selected their own creature, and then I'm going to chart in the extra creatures once I'm done. I wish I had not cut the fabric, because then I would have been able to kind of just add them at the end, but I'll figure it out as I go. So it's going nicely. And this is on 32 count moss from Color and Cotton. So it's an even weave. And for my Brr-ingo, I have another Teresa Kogert for this month that I get to pick to do. I think I have it kitted. I'll bring it out. This is from Modern Folk Embroidery. It's Dream of Winter. It came out this year. I have changed the colors to my own selection of colors. Not quite sure if I like my selection of colors, but it's mine. It'll do. And I'm doing this with my friends Stacy, and we call it the Waters and Tree Sal because it's kind of an homage to our last names. So this is my progress so far. And oops, one of the things, she has gone ahead and divided it up. Actually, this is not the right pattern. I'm showing you actually something else. Oh, this is too funny. Stand by. Okay. So now we're sharing the right thing. I will show you the one with Stacy. So anyway, I did pick my own colors for this one. It is a Sal. It's called the Jane Eyre Sal. And again, I don't know if I quite like my colors or not, but whatever. I did do it, and I'm way behind, and that's fine by me. So this is Jane's hair is where I'm at right here. That's the latest thing I put in, and then I started up here. So it's going okay. I purposely have not finished some of this stuff here in the center, but I'm enjoying it. And that is one of them. It's in this plastic bag that I reuse. Sometimes I buy things and sometimes I reuse things. I have no rhythm. And actually, I saw someone on Instagram who bought a whole bunch of bags like this, kitted up things, and then hung them on like pants hangers, that have the two clips, and that way they could see all their kits and what's coming up next. I thought that was brilliant, because sometimes I'm opening things and I'm like, for the love of God, what is in this bag? I just don't know if I have anyone hang all that stuff. But it's a thought. It's something to do. Always getting inspired. Let me see this one. This one is completely the fault of Steph. Just Keep Stitching. I saw this and I was like, wait a second, this is so pretty. So this is from Ink Circles, and I went ahead and I am doing it with, I don't know if these are the called for or if I just chose these from someplace. So what did I do? No, this is not the cauliflower. I am doing them with African violet from Caron water lilies. So there, and this is the name of that. There you go. And where is the actual thing? Oh, it's on a scroll rod. That's where it is. And which way's up? That's the other thing. And what do I have to block the back? Boy, do I have my. I just realized that some of you may have tiny ears. You may want to not have them watch when I'm around because I was gonna say I don't have my crap together. Okay, so here we go. This is my progress, and I'll put it closer so you can see it. And I think it's just so pretty. Um, and I was a little concerned because I was like, oh, this fabric might be a little too dark. This is also, by the way, 36 count. Like, who am I? Yes, you can ask that question because I don't know who I am either. And I finally figured out how to use a roller frame. Also, amazing. These things that I have accomplished in 2023. So, yep, this guy is kind of I love it because I just pull one strand and I just go for it, you know. Not no muss, no fuss. I can, even though it's really tiny, I have, in case y'all don't know this, like I'm blind as a bat. I've told you this before. So I use magnification and lighting all the time. I have multiple sources of them. So that is for sure where I sit and do that. And because it's just pulled, you know, and you don't have to be changing threads and stuff, I could just keep going. And I find it a good one. Isaac and I are actually watching right now Star Trek Discovery. And so that's the one I use when I'm, that's the one I am stitching while I watch that. I think Pam talks about that she can remember what she's watching while she's doing something. I try also to listen to audible books, but when he comes out, you know, from his little cave, aka his office, which is fine because I have my own little cave and it's good as adults to have our own things. So that was that one. This one is the library. This is Little House Needleworks, and I have left all kinds of threads and needles just hanging from it, so bear with. See where I can park these guys, and oops, there. So I have decided to go over to where it says Western, and then that is the tree. I don't think I've done much of progress since the last time I showed it to you, but that is it. And I enjoy this. This is definitely on a color and cotton fabric. I do not, although I have the bag with me, I do not have the details. I have this one in a Buckleberry quilt bag. So it has that plastic front or acrylic front, whatever it's called. And then this, and then it has like this for a scissor fob or something. I never attach anything to there, but I guess if you're traveling, it would be a good thing. So this beauty's here, and you know, as I mentioned to you each time, that door purposely has, well, not purposely, but the door has an error, which will purposely stay, just as a reminder that we are all human and that we are striving for progress, not perfection. And so, although I do think that if someday I really want to, I can take the darker thread and just, you know, put a couple of stitches over that, and I can do that. Yes, I can. I just don't think I'm going to do that right now. So this is Cat in the Rain. Madame Chantilly is the creative designer of this beauty, and this is 32 count Leonard by Stitch Me in Lugana. And I am working on the cats. That's where I'm at right now. So this is where we are. So that little dark cat there on the bottom is the progress made so far. I will tell you that this is way bigger than I expected it to be, and so I'm happy that I am doing it, that I chose the count I did. I don't know. I mean, obviously you can tell by the count what size things are, but in my mind, this was going to be slightly smaller. So here she goes, and progress is being made. She's not in my basket for this month. I think I'm gonna move her over to being in my basket for this month. I'm gonna go ahead and put her down here. And then this is a new start from this month. Let me see if I have the image available to show you. So this is Welcome to the North Pole by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This is also one of our Crazy Eights 23 and 23 sales. And I am doing this on a Tea Leaves Ada by Color and Cotton. And this is my progress so far. And so I have a tiny error and I am not going to fix it. And so, but that is almost as wide. I'm missing, the two candy cane poles on the side, and then it'll run down. So this will be generous enough. The fabric is, yeah, I was way generous in the way I cut it. So this will be generous enough to do it, and then I'll probably cut out any excess and use it for something like maybe a book. What am I saying? Bookmark. There you go. Because you guys were going to be able to help me. That was what was going to happen there. There you go. So that was what was in my bin for April and that I've touched. I have one magnificent thing to show you. I hope you're sitting. If you're not sitting, I really recommend you do. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, something that comes rarely. It's kind of like a comet in the cross stitching world, and I want to be the first to share this with you. And so here we go. This comet, this rare item, this rarity of things that happens in the cross stitching world is that I had a finish. Yes, are you sitting? Please, please. I know. Get your smelling salts. Get the vapors going. I had a finish, and let me show you said finish. Ta 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 ta. My husband is Spaniard, so in honor of Mr. And we made that at 15 euros instead of 15 cents. And so I finished this little postage. It is by CS somebody another. Oh Lord, I should know the name. Anyway, I had a finish. This was also a whip go. It's on my little, so I know. So we have one for the year. We're not going to talk about the fact of how small it is, and that doesn't matter, people. We're going to just focus on the happiness of a finish. I have an idea for how I want to fully finish it, and so let's see how many years that takes. But yeah, so there you go. I know I made your day. I absolutely know I did. I mean, how could I not have made your day by giving you that gift? So I have a few other things to show you, and then I'm going to go through my what month are we in now? I just realized that was my March basket. What am I talking about? April basket is the one I'm going to show you next. But that was my March. Wow, I'm just like days going. The things that I've purchased, I have not purchased many things lately, so but I did go and get these little bad boys. Sorry for the crinkle, but these are Baldani thread packs, and I, as you know, do not change the colors on many things by myself, but I do like it when like, hey, if these guys are already selected and put together, then like I can from this then change a color, the colors. Look how pretty those are. I could change the colors to a pattern or something. So I went and got three of these. They were on sale somewhere. Oh, I don't remember where I got these from. So this one is supposed to be the intention for this one, it says Rosewood Manor Spring Quakers. That's what that's supposed to be for. And then these guys are called the Valdani Two in the Caribbean, making tons of noise. And apologies there. Let's see. I didn't, no, I broke that. Maybe it's open. So these are Two in the Caribbean, and they still have plastic on them for the love of God. Okay, there you go. So, and that's pretty. And then the next ones were Rosewood Manor, uh, QD, Q&D. And for those of you who don't know, these are made in Romania. That's what it is on the bottom. So these are there too. So I love that blue, and I love everything that's in the row of the blues. That's pretty pretty. So I got those, and again, it's for kind of like future proofing and trying to start to look for opportunities to put my own spin on things. And I like the Baldani threads because it's one thread and done, and kind of same reason I like Sulky, and I'm liking the higher count fabric just because you just use one thread, you know, in the variegated. So, but I'm blind, so I use all my stash. 14, 16, 18, 32, 36. I think I have one piece of fabric that's 40. The other thing I have is, you know, Snag and Rabbits. If you don't have one, you definitely should. I use it all the time. But I bent one. So I've had two for like 2 years. I bent one, lost one. And so I saw them at my local shop, sewing store. And then they had some sulkies in 12 weight. So I got this because I thought this one would be cool for anything Americana kind of thing. That would be cool. I love teal, so that's one of my things. Then I got some basic colors just because I thought they looked pretty together, you know, so like these colors. Um, and got super basic. Yeah, these are I could use for sewing if I wanted to. Um, and then I thought this would be good with the Americana one if I needed to do, you know, red stuff. And then this is another variegated one, which I thought was really pretty. So don't know what I would use these for, but they were on sale, and I thought, well, I'll get them, figure it out as I go, and you know, for the leaner pocket days, then I could just go shopping in my own closet, and that'll be that. I also got, thank you so much to Stacy for cluing me into this. So this is a washi tape that you could put on your sewing machine. So Belinda Bernina is upstairs, and this will help me stay within the 1/4 inch. So this is just like a washi tape that goes there. So be using that. And I got my box from Black Needle Society. And the box had a challenge this month where they weren't able to get the one of the elements, but my box was also missing another element. But they just shipped it out to me immediately. It's on its way. So thank you so much, ladies. Your response is amazing. So for those who have a box, yay! If you don't have a box or you have ordered a box and haven't gotten it yet, just fast forward. So this is a bookmark, and then you can plant these so that you can get flowers next year in your garden. These are Fiberco Forbidden Fiber, excuse me, um, threads. So those are the three. The three. They complement each other very well. There is a very nice, ooh, very strong. Um, there's that. What is that called? Needle minder. And then this Ada, and I'm going to take this Ada out of this bag so you can see it better. So it's called Hydrangea, Fiber on the Whim, 16 count Ada. And as I mentioned, that's not true to color. Now that's truer to color. So, you know, like I mentioned before, I use it all. I am not a fabric snob at all. I think there's a use for everything. There are these project stickers, which I just attached the new reminder to, but project stickers, I have a big bias for butterflies, so I enjoy that. These adorable scissors, hold on. And okay, so this is my AirPod Pro case, and then that's the size of them, in case you were wondering. So super cute, so that means we can travel with these little bad boys. And then there is this super cute pattern from Jeanette Douglas Designs, and it's called the Garden Box. and it is to put in a garden box. And I believe they give you instructions on how to do all things. So that was in there. So thank you so much, ladies from the Black Needle Society. This I love getting their boxes, and it's disappointing for them that they weren't able to get that last piece out. Oh, there's one more thing that came with the box. Hold on. So there's also this mug that says, "Who let the frogs out?" Loved it. And then there is this little snail, right? This little rubbery snail, and it is to help you hold your tea tad. I do not drink tea. That's an inside family joke about me and not liking tea, but I love this mug. It looks like a plant pot. I can't even speak today. Anyhow, one of those. So love it. I had already used it, so that's why it wasn't here. And then this little guy. So this is super cute. And again, Black Venus Society, I know that you were disappointed with that one element not coming, but I mean, really, it was super lovely. And what I wanted to talk about now, um, so my sister and I got into crafting when we were really young. I think my sister was maybe 9, so I was 6, and I definitely didn't do it. She learned how to cross stitch with a friend of my mom's. Not cross stitch. She learned how to crochet with a friend of my mom's. My mom liked embroidery, and so we did used to go to Woolworth. For those of us back in the day, if you know what Woolworth is, I think we should have a game like that. Like, what would be a Woolworth for millennials or Generation Z? Like, would it be a Walmart for them or Hobby Lobby? But anyway, Woolworth, and we would buy the stamped embroidery, and then we would do those, and Mom would allow me to like do some of her, you know, little leaves or something. So, when we moved to Dominican Republic, my neighbor Livina who's still family, who's still a big part of our lives. She taught us how to crochet and like legit crochet. So I have done um, bedspreads, all kinds of things with crocheting, but it's not the same yarn used here in the States. So when I came to the States, and I'm like, Holy Mother of God, your crochet hooks are way bigger and your yarn is way bigger and you're able to do things way faster. We were crocheting on number 7 needles on nylon or cotton thread. For those of you who crochet, go get your number 7 out. I should have had my number 7 out. Anyway, it's teeny, teeny, tiny. But I came across this when I was organizing my room the other day, and I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna take us all the way back. So when we were in Dominican Republic, we she, Divina, would get magazines, and we would select from her magazine, which were hers. And I only have 2 magazines that I ever purchased, and this is one of them. And that kind of crocheted bedspread is what I created. I don't know if you can see that well enough. Okay, do you understand? Um, it is, yeah. And but what was interesting is these magazines came from, let's see, they came from, I think it's Mexico or Spain, and they were all in Spanish. And so uh, I could say I definitely can read, but as an 11-year-old, 12-year-old, I think, yeah, reading technical Spanish was stiff. These magazines were distributed in Mexico and distributed in Venezuela, printed in France in Spanish. And I'm going to show it real quick. I mean, God, I don't think this will be a thing, but so you see the pattern? That's how I learned how to crochet. I know how to read the pattern. I don't know how to read the words. So when I came to the States and I would buy magazines to do something here, um, I would run into a big problem because when you buy a magazine, like said this one, which is adorable, and you want to create something, it has a crap load of words that was funny. Oh man, the magazine just slapped me. It's like, learn how to read. Um, so I had to like literally learn. I was like, where is the pattern? Like, where are the physical patterns to look at? Because we did not, we didn't learn this way. So the struggle was real. So anyway, so anytime I travel internationally, I go on the hunt to find the magazines that so this was the one for crocheting, right? And so it's always called ganchillo. So and my sister and I created tons of these, never shirts, but always tons of doilies, I guess they're called in Spanish, in English. Um, tablecloths, table little thingies, things like this. That's what we made. My mother had a gazillion of these. Oh my gosh, this pattern, I've done it like 100 times. So I know we're a cross stitching website, YouTube, but I have a theory to my process here. Because in finding these magazines, then I found my other Spanish magazines. So this is called Labores del Hogar, which means labors of the home. And these are my first introductions to cross stitching. They are fantastic. I have found them sometimes like at a Barnes and Noble here in the States when Barnes and Noble had stores. But when I travel internationally, I find them most like in Mexico or not Brazil, Mexico or Chile. I have found them, and they're usually you know, they're they're usually things that are either you're going to frame them or you're going to do on tablecloths or napkins or stuff, something like that. This is one that I want to do because I think it's super pretty. So now we're transitioning to my section that I'm calling things I want to do. This is one. Um, this is a kind of like a sampler, and I'm not too interested in it, but just to show like the kinds of things it has inside. It also has like hardanger. It has some. It comes with like some patterns and stuff. So you can do other things. Like look at this embroidered bedspread jam. Like hello, that's hello. So I found a whole bunch of these. And so now I'm going through them and I am kind of shopping in my own living room and finding things. I'm like, oh, that looks cute and that's a possibility. Like I love the idea of this duck. Like look at that duck. Where is he? There you go. I like that colorful duck up there. So um So I'm shopping through these magazines and I found that you can still buy them. They're still being printed, but they don't ship them to the US. You can only get them in Spain. And remember who's in Spain? My husband. So I have now sent him pictures and I was like, yo, you need to like hook me up and buy me some magazines. And then he said yes. And then he told me, don't I have a weight limit? And then I said, you could leave some of your clothes behind. You don't need to bring it all back because my magazines are going to be way more important than him bringing all his stuff back. So I'm excited about that. They also same. Oh, this is another ganchillo one. So you see, they always when it's crochet, it always says ganchillo. Like this is the kind of stuff we used to make, and I still love it. But I'm just like, I can't believe we used to do that on size 7 crochet needle. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for crocheting. Sorry for the detour down the memory lane with magazines and stuff. Um, I also do have these two. I got this one when I went to, where did I go? To the UK, I think, when I went to the UK last year. So, no, I didn't. This was in 2011. This is one of the ones I bought in Barnes& and Noble. That's a Barnes& and Noble purchase. And then I found, if you have tiny people who know how to read, you may want to have them not look at the screen for a second. So remember when coloring was like all in, right? So I found my coloring books And I used to, before COVID, I traveled a lot. I was always on an airplane. And to de-stress, I did travel with colorful pens and pencils to try to just, do something creative. This is before I rediscovered cross stitching. And so I found this one. And then I found, this is where little eyes should not be looking. Then I found this one. And if you know me in real life, you know that I really enjoy one of these really good words. I have no challenges with using words. But then I found this one, which was a hippie animal book, which is kind of cute. And you see in the back, and they give you suggestions of how to like get colors in there. So I've discovered all of these little things. So I'm excited about those and enjoying those. So like I was saying before, going through my magazines, and then I have digital magazines as well. I was like, well, what am I interested in doing? And I found these things and I think they're so freaking cute. So this is one from the magazine. I can't say I'm in love with back stitching, but I think it's adorable. So yes, in clenched teeth, adorable. Then the Snowy Wren is just dreamy. I really like that one. This cracked me up. Um, I think it's Brenda from Handwork Maniac who says, who is looking for a pattern to associate with the saying, having small children is like being pecked to death or something like that. So anyway, I found this after she was saying that, and so that made me laugh. And I feel like this chicken is going, who? What? What you doing? Who you doing? So I think if I do it, I may find a funny saying, and put it on. I don't have any kids, so I can't do the pecking one. Although I'm sure that all you mothers will probably agree with that saying out there, as much as you love your kids. I mentioned before I have an affinity to butterflies, so this is super lovely. And then this one is just dreamy. I just I don't know. It's like it's kind of a little bit sparsy, but it has a lot of stitches in it. So I think that that's just really pretty too. So these are ones that I wish I was stitching. I have plenty to stitch, so it's not like I'm stopping myself. But what are you dreaming about, man? What is in your stash thinking about? I've been down, as you can tell, down the path of old magazines and my digital magazines. I'm still going through them, um, but wondering what you guys are thinking about. So in the basket for April is Autumn Lean Quaker. It did get a few stitches in March. I did this part up here is what I've done. Okay, where can I do this? Here we go. Actually, is this the whole thing? There you go. So, as you can see, I'm kind of halfway down and I'm at the edge when it comes to this one here. So I am going to continue there. So this one comes out and I like just kind of navigating wherever the heck I want on this one and not really having, I don't have like page finish goals or anything like that. These are a combination of things that were called for WIPGO, things that were, so maybe let me pull that out so I can tell you if it was called for WIPGO or not, in case you're interested. So let's see. Negative. Yep, it was called on my whips board. So that is Autumn Quaker. And let's see, Your Own Kind of Beautiful. This was my start for my surgery. And this is also got called on my Whipco board for my whips. And I have not done anything on here, so this should see some good progress this month. And that one is being done. And this is the one we talked about before that I don't know if I want to do all of the chickens or roosters around it or just keep the flowers and the butterflies. And this is on, I don't think this is what this is on. So I have no idea what this is. There we go. There's that. That one's pulled out. Oh Feathers. Oh Feathers was called on my whip wheel. So remember, I have two wheels that I call a month, which is the New Starts wheel and the whip wheel. And then I have a whip board and a New Starts board. So I know it sounds complicated, super easy for me to track. But anyway, so Oh Feathers is the one that was called, and let me find it. Here's Oh Feathers. Oh Feathers has not seen any love this year, so this will be the first time he gets put out this year. And this is the center one at the very top. And then we'll see what progress we get this month. I think that what happened with this and why it got into craft prison was because that circle gave me a hard time. And I had to I had to frog the living crap out of that circle. But I think I have the methodology now down, if I remember it right. So we should be able to move along. Stars and Stripes is on my new start wheel. Yep, my new start wheel. And this is the Shannon Christine design. This will be a new start. And this is the fabric that I've selected for it. It has all the colorful colors. And this looks to me like a even weave, probably picture Be Stitch Me. So I'm sure I have it written down somewhere. So that'll be a new start. I have to sew the edges of that, so keep it out. Remember? This is Home is Where. This is a Whipco one. This is Home is Where Ho and Me come together. If you remember, I have a friend who their last name is Ho. This is kept in this pretty bag by the 805 Stitcher. So let's see. I started this week. So it is a Peanut Lugana by Stitch Me, and I am up here. I am to the right of the H and onto the top of the H as well. So, see the colors there. And I'm hoping to have this, look at me aspiring for a finish. I'm hoping to have this finished this year so I can give it away. But whatever. Let's just let's just be realistic. So there's that. This goodness, this has been in my basket for like 3 months in a row. This is a holiday card, True Blue. I mean, Blue Flower, excuse me. The reason why it had not getting done is because I pulled everything. I pulled everything but the fabric. I need to find the fabric for it. And I thought I had cut the fabric and everything for it. So that is another one I'll leave out so I can remember to do that. This is hand painted tiles. I was about to give up on this one, to be honest. I pulled this out the other day and I was like, why are you even doing this? Takes so much brain power. So much brain power. This is in a really cute bag from I don't know who because it doesn't have a name on it. But here's the bag. You see it. And I'm sure I can find out where I got that. And here is where I'm at. And then I realized I was like, oh, this is the corner of the center one. I'm like, I could do this. I felt like, oh, wait, maybe I can do this. So, because I may just do that center square and call it a day. I just may. Um, I don't know. I'll see how I feel as I go. But there's only three colors, and if it's I don't know if it's because of the way I'm doing it, but just feels so heavy on the color changes. But I can do a hate and do 1,000 color changes and not feel this. I don't know. So anyway, that's that one. Let's see. Oh, this is Afternoon in New York. Also has been in my bag as set for a new start any day now. It has all the color called for. It's going to be in sandstone, 32 count by Color and Cotton and Ada. So we'll be starting that. Plum Street. This one I know why it hasn't gotten any love yet. It's because I have the picture in here, but I don't have the pattern. So I have to find the pattern. I have the fabric, and I have all the called fors. And this is another one that's pretty much a craft present for that. It's in Willow Lugana by Be Stitch Me. And I believe my intentions had been to do the brighter one first and then do the darker one, but still need to figure that out. The beaver, and there's my doggy. The beaver, this is a sow. This is for the Crazy 8s 23 and 23, a 32 count Willow by the Stitch Me. I think it got like 3 stitches last month, but it got called. Did it get called? No, I just pulled it out because it needs to get some progress. This is not it. Where is it? Oh, it's because it's on a scroll frame. So I have it somewhere on a scroll frame. No, I lie. It's not on a scroll frame. Stand by. Here it is. It is on a piece and that's the progress in it so far. So what I did was I went up the body a little bit. So I'm kind of doing his belly first. So that's where I'm at. This is the one I was showing you earlier. I showed you the image, and then so this is the Sal. That is my friend Stacy and myself. She went ahead and divided up the pattern for us, and this is uh, how far along I'm at. This guy here is in craft prison because I did it twice, and then I realized it's a mistake, and I said, you know what, we'll go back to you. So continuing on, I hope to get the full bottom done in the month of April is my goal. I think that that is where we should be for April. But in any case, that's the goal. I pull this one out usually on Fridays and do that. I did select all my own colors. And so these are the sulky colors I picked. I just put them in a recycled bag, so they didn't come bundled that way. And here are some of the other colors that go in there as well. So some fancy floss and some sulky is how I'm doing that. And then this is my bag that I got from the Black Needle Society. It came in my adventures box. I think that's what the box was called, but yep. This is Kringles. Kringles is going to be a new start this month. It's a restart, really. And the fabric I have now selected for it is going to be, it used to be the Parisian Grey Legacy, but it's, no, I hated it. So now it's going to be Pearwood, 18 count Ada from Color and Cotton. So here, kind of has like a yellow goldy back tone to it. That looks way more peachy than what it really is. It's more of a golden color. But anyway, so that's going to be a start this month, restart, and hopefully I will love it better than I did on that gray linen. It wasn't the gray, it was the linen. The linen was just very frail, is what I want to say, but in any case. And this is in a So Much to Love bag that's ginormous. It's super cool with the shipping. Has nothing to do with the thing, but it works. The Sunnyside sampler. And this one is another Sal. This is the Sunnyside sampler Sal. I believe Colette is the one leading this, also with Brenda and Pam from Just Keep Stitching, Brenda from Handwork Maniac. I had this pattern in my I had this pattern for a while. So when I saw they started, I just was like, well, I might as well just start. And I have not made any progress since I showed it to you last, but I pulled it back out so that the style can continue. So there we are. And I'm not feeling any rush to finish it. It's super lovely to do. It's on all the call for. And I believe these are silks. Yeah, these are the silks. So they're super, like, super nice to work on. So I like to do this when my brain is fresh so that I don't mess up because I don't want to be wasteful with the silk. And then you saw this beauty before. So I think, so this is where, well, there's one more part that already came out, which is her hair and her head. Let me see if I can get myself there. Her hair and her head. But if I could just get up to here would be great. But as we know, I am, let's see, I'm on the bottom right of the image. So there's one more part, two, three. I'm four parts behind. But she's at a craft prison, so I shall be making progress with her very, very soon, and excited about that. And I think that this is the last. Oh no! And then I showed you before. This is the FlossTube friends, and so she's gonna stay in the box for the month, in the basket for the month. And then ink circles, which I showed you before as well, will also stay in the box for the month. And these were what which I was stitching. I hope that you enjoyed. Most people don't stay past the first 10 minutes, and that's cool. I usually watch my floss tubes while I'm cross stitching, and that's the way I get to the end. But if you stayed for the whole time, if you stayed for the first two, thank you. I hope that you found something interesting, that something sparked your interest. Drop a comment, send a message. I love to hear from you. And if you have any magazines you want to recommend, please let me know. I'm on the search for interesting magazines to check out. You have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Enjoy your holiday weekend if you are observant, and if you're not observant, really just enjoy this time. It's a great time to be alive. Take care. Bye.